There's a certain kind of magic to old Hollywood, isn't there? A glamour that feels almost otherworldly. We see the black and white photographs, the shimmering gowns, the perfectly coiffed hair, and we imagine a world of pure, unadulterated fantasy. It was the age of gods and goddesses, titans who graced the silver screen and captured the hearts of millions. But beneath the Klieg lights and the manufactured perfection, there was a darkness, a labyrinth of secrets and lies. The pristine image was just that, an image meticulously crafted and fiercely protected by the studio system. What if I told you that the smiles were often masks, that the effortless performances were sometimes born from unimaginable pain? The truth is, the Dream Factory was also a prison for many of its brightest stars. They were bound by contracts that dictated every aspect of their lives, from who they could love to what they could say. This control extended even to the movie set itself. Some of the most iconic moments in cinema history were filmed under a veil of secrecy, with stars forced to hide their true selves, their struggles, and their deepest vulnerabilities from the ever-watchful eye of the studio and the public. Today we're pulling back the velvet curtain. We're not just looking at the films, we're looking behind them, into the shadows where the real stories were unfolding. Montgomery Clift was different. Barrel-chested leading men, swaggering leading men, sensitive, introspective, achingly vulnerable. He brought a new kind of masculinity to the screen. Psychological realism. He wasn't just reciting lines. He excavated the souls of his characters. One of the original method actors, his commitment to truth was absolute. But the truth of his own life he had to hide. His beauty was breathtaking, almost ethereal. In 1956, during Raintree County, his face was destroyed, driving home from a dinner at Elizabeth Taylor's. He fell asleep at the wheel, crashed into a telephone pole. The accident was horrific. Taylor pulled his teeth from the back of his throat to stop him choking. MGM panicked. Their star was unrecognizable. Production shut down. PR machine in overdrive. Official story, minor accident. But Monty underwent reconstructive surgery, jaw wired shut, nose broken in multiple places, permanent nerve damage, facial paralysis on the left side. He returned weeks later a changed man. Pain was constant, prescribed painkillers, prescribed alcohol. An addiction began. Studio hid the physical and emotional wreckage. Director Edward Dmytryk filmed him in secret. Only shoot the right side of his face, the good side. He moved stiffly, speech sometimes slurred. He became a ghost. Watch Raintree County now. Pinpoint scenes before the accident, pinpoint scenes after. The change is shocking. Secrecy continued. He remained brilliant. Ingrid Bergman was luminous. She wasn't just a movie star, she was a saint. Her natural, unadorned beauty made her an icon of purity. Ilsa in Casablanca, the nun in the Bells of St. Mary's. America didn't just love her, they revered her. She was married. She was a mother. She projected perfect domesticity and grace, which is why, when the scandal broke, the fall from grace was brutal. In 1949, while still married, she went to Italy to film Stromboli. Roberto Rossellini invited her to collaborate. She'd written him a fan letter. On that volcanic island, a passionate affair began. Soon she was pregnant with Rossellini's child. When the news hit the press, moral outrage exploded. America felt betrayed by its adopted angel. She was denounced on the floor of the U.S. Senate. Her films were boycotted. The press called her the Scarlet Woman. She was effectively exiled from Hollywood and from America. The career and adoration she had vanished overnight. But she refused to stop working. In Italy she continued making films with Rossellini, Stromboli, Europa, 51, Journey to Italy. For American audiences they were essentially secret films. Her biggest audience was forbidden to see them. This was artistic rebellion. She was stripped of Hollywood glamour and flattering lighting. Rossellini's style was stark and documentary-like. He forced her to confront new truths on screen. She was making the story of an outsider, judged and misunderstood. She worked in secret because the world was hiding from her. For 7 years she remained in Europe, a ghost in the Hollywood machine. In 1956, 20th Century Fox took a gamble and cast her in Anastasia. The studio feared backlash. The production was tense. Her performance was a triumph. She won the Academy Award for Best Actress. Cary Grant accepted the award on her behalf. The applause was thunderous. Her exile was over. The films from those secret years remain a testament to her resilience. Rock Hudson was the blueprint. Tall, dark, handsome, with a charming smile. He was the ideal 1950s leading man. Universal Studios manufactured him to be the ultimate fantasy, and for decades he played the part to perfection. But the man the world knew as Rock Hudson was a character, his most challenging, longest-running role. The real man, Roy Fitzgerald, was gay. In the fiercely homophobic golden age, that had to be hidden at all costs. It wasn't just a career ender, considered a perversion, a sickness, a crime. The studio his agent Henry Wilson Rock himself constructed an elaborate facade. His life became a series of secret maneuvers, constantly set up on dates with beautiful starlets. Every public appearance a stage performance of heterosexuality. Gossip magazines were fed on-set romance stories. The studio even arranged a marriage to Phyllis Gates. It was a sham, a desperate move to quell rumors and project the perfect, happily married image. The marriage lasted only 3 years. On set, the secrecy was a suffocating blanket. He made romantic comedies built on heterosexual love and desire. He had to kiss the girl, sweep her off her feet, and make audiences believe. Imagine the psychological gymnastics required day after day while hiding your true self. His performances are a masterclass in concealment. Watch him with Doris Day in Pillow Talk. The chemistry is palpable, the charm overwhelming. He is believable as Playboy Brad Allen, a brilliant actor projecting confident masculinity that masked fear and anxiety. He was filming a lie, and the world believed him. His private life was lived in the shadows, trusted friends, lovers, a clandestine world always under threat of exposure. The fear was constant. Tabloids like Confidential sniffed for scandals. In 1955 they threatened an exposé on Hudson. Henry Wilson made a deal. Killed Hudson's story by feeding dirt on 2 other clients. Rock was safe, at a terrible cost. This threat informed his work. He played men with secrets. All that heaven allows, written on the wind. Was he channeling his own experience, using roles as coded expression? Impossible to know, but the connection feels undeniable. Think about Giant. Judy's secret struggles on set. They performed glitter and hid the pain. They were forced to conceal their wounds, their identities, their truths, all while standing in the brightest spotlights in the world. They filmed their secrets in plain sight, embedding private struggles into their public art, creating legacies as much about courage as about talent. Their resilience is a powerful, if heartbreaking, lesson. They navigated a world of impossible pressures using their craft not just as a job, but as a lifeline. Behind every perfect image is a complex human being. True strength often lies in the battles we don't see. The magic they created on screen is more profound when we know the sacrifices behind it. The shimmering facade of Hollywood's golden age hides so many stories of pain and perseverance. Judy, Montgomery, Ingrid, Rock. They were more than just stars. They were survivors of a system that demanded perfection at an impossible human cost. They were forced to conceal their wounds, their identities, their truths, all while standing in the brightest spotlights in the world. They filmed their secrets in plain sight, embedding private struggles into their public art. Which journey surprised you most? Tell me in the comments below.